Dillian Whyte calls out Deontay Wilder, calls him a coward, says he wants to fight him. But what are his real motives? Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Before I get started, make sure you guys use my link in the description box of all of my videos. It's called TUBEBUDDY. Click that link, set up TUBEBUDDY. There's different options. It's a great browser extension and resource tool to help level up your content, make you a better YouTube creator. It doesn't matter regardless of the genre, TUBEBUDDY can help. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years, started off with 0 subscribers, and we've scaled up to 200,000 plus. And TUBEBUDDY is definitely a resource that I've used. So click that link, sign up for TUBEBUDDY, level up your YouTube channel. Now, Dillian Whyte, I'm not even gonna read the full quote. I almost didn't make a video about this because it's very uninteresting to me. But I wanted to make the video to really touch on a particular aspect. So Dillian Whyte, basically, I'm just paraphrasing, he says Deontay Wilder is a coward, he wants to fight him, and he wants to punish him. And me, I'm not really with like the clout chasing behavior and things like that. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I got a question. Dillian Whyte, when Wilder was the WBC champion, he was crying and screaming and kicking and saying that he was the mandatory. At first, he said he was waiting 600 days. Then he said he was waiting 1,000 days. Then it got up to whatever, 1,620 days. All of that was wiped away when Wilder lost and when Dillian Whyte lost, because he got knocked out by Alexander Povetkin and Fury TKO'd Wilder, right? So you would think that that was kind of the end of it. Now Dillian Whyte just fought Alexander Povetkin. It didn't look anything like the first fight. Povetkin, he definitely needs to retire. He didn't look good. He looked very bad. He looked off balance the whole fight, even before hard punches started landing, etc. The fight in Gibraltar really didn't live up to expectations. The card, wasn't eventful to me, from what I've seen. And, Dillian Whyte captured the W, he moves on. But here's my thing. Dillian Whyte was complaining, saying he had been waiting 1,000 days for a WBC title shot. Now that Tyson Fury has the WBC title, see, this is the funny thing with old media. Old media want to have their cake and eat it too. When it comes to old media, they say Tyson Fury's innocent of Glovegate 1. Tyson Fury's innocent of Glovegate 2. They say they believe that Tyson Fury beat Wilder in the rematch fair and square, that the Glovegate was a conspiracy and, he just whooped Wilder and beat his tail, right? Pause. But if that's true, and many people in the UK believe that Tyson Fury is just superior to Wilder, there was nothing wrong with his gloves, there was no Glovegate, and he beat Wilder fair and square. This is what you believe. I'm just playing devil's advocate because this is not what I believe, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. Then why is Dillian Whyte calling out a guy coming off of a loss, a fair and square loss, who doesn't have the WBC belt, but you were just complaining about 600, 700, 800 days, 1,000 plus days waiting for a mandatory shot, yet you have a countryman who you've had an exchange of words with as well in Tyson Fury, and it wasn't nice things and pleasantries that were said, and you're not pursuing the Tyson Fury fight. You're going after the person that Tyson Fury allegedly beat fair and square instead of the actual champion. So this is highly confusing from Dillian Whyte's perspective, and also the UK, because the UK, they said Wilder, nobody knows him in America. You've heard a lot of people from the UK say that Tyson Fury and Joshua are bigger than Wilder in his own country and foolish things like this. So why is his name being mentioned so much by guys like Dillian Whyte? Instead of letting the guy, try to hash it out or go through this arbitration with Tyson Fury, everything that Dillian Whyte is talking about is Wilder. He's not even mentioning Tyson Fury's name, the guy with the belt. So I thought he wanted a title shot. So to me, I just don't think that's the best look. It's not a best look when you're a guy like Dillian Whyte who was just complaining about not getting a title shot. You could have fought AJ. He had multiple belts until the Ruiz loss. Eddie Hearn never made that fight, and Dillian Whyte's like a guard dog or like a slave to Eddie Hearn, and he's just going with the flow, but he's not getting the title shot. So to me, it just seems like Dillian Whyte would be pressing the WBC champion right now, which is Tyson Fury, for a shot more than a guy coming off a loss who no longer has the belt. Why are you so worried about Wilder? Why are you calling Wilder a coward? Why do you want to fight Wilder more than you want to fight Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury? So it's almost like a ruse. Like this whole time, Dillian Whyte was screaming Wilder when he had the WBC belt, but you were like latching onto his name, and now it looks like you're clout chasing because the two people that have a belt in the heavyweight division are from your backyard, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, and you're supposed to have bad blood with them too, but you're not calling them cowards. You're not trying to fight them or doing all your interviews, mentioning them and putting Instagram posts. So to me, that's just weird behavior. So it's like Eddie Hearn has Dillian Whyte trained to only, attack the American or, build a buzz by surrounding his name with Deontay Wilder. So Wilder, when he did his interview with Brian Custer, I think he hit it dead on the nail on the head, where he says the heavyweight division is boring without me. It seems like even in Wilder's absence, coming off a loss, he hasn't said too much because he says he doesn't like to just talk unless he has something that is relevant and he needs to get off his chest that he wants to say. Spending time with family, his name is still constantly being mentioned, by the UK fans and guys like Dillian Whyte. So highly confusing behavior, in my opinion. Why Dillian Whyte, a guy who's never had a title shot and was just crying about a title shot when Wilder had the belt and said you waited all this time. You're not pushing the WBC to make you the mandatory now that you beat Povetkin. You're still concerned with Wilder. So it's looking like a whole game, like a clout chase game, in my opinion. And Dillian Whyte just, for whatever reason, he has this grudge with Wilder more so than getting a title shot. Very weird behavior, in my opinion. If you guys feel different, please let me know in the comment section. But it just seems like at the age and spot Dillian Whyte is at in his career, he would be trying to get the title shot that he said he so desperately wanted. But now the titles are with the UK and you don't want to disrupt that. You don't want to disrupt Joshua and Fury trying to make a fight like Usyk. Shout out to Usyk. This is why I like what he's doing, because he don't care. He's like, I want my shot. I was a champion at cruiserweight. I'm a mandatory for Joshua's belt. I don't care about Joshua Fury. I want my opportunity. So he don't care if he has to split belts up. He want to get what's his. But Dillian Whyte is, for whatever reason, seems more preoccupied with Wilder and playing second fiddle, and I guess never getting a title opportunity because his energy seems misplaced where it's like geared towards Wilder. Very, very weird to me, because I thought if you listen to his campaign when Wilder had the belt, he said he had been waiting all this time and it's a gross injustice that the WBC did. Now you don't even have to worry about Wilder because he doesn't have a belt and he's coming off a loss, yet you're still mentioning him. Weird, weird, weird. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Gang, we working. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.